At the entrance to the sacred land Tian, one could see an illusory river. However, if one truly flew into it, they would find that this river was infinitely vast. The depths of Tian, too, had no end. Whoosh, 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 tilde, tilde, deep in Tian, there was a flying boat. Inside the boat, a figure covered in hair sat cross-legged, naturally absorbing the water of Tian into his body, nourishing his primordial bloodline. Emperor Che Kun and the others really are persistent, still blocking me around the perimeter. Yushui Country Master scoffed, but they don't have the guts to come deep into Tian. On Emperor Che Kun's side, there were 6 formidable beings who were not only searching for Tian treasures and cultivating in Tian, but also blocking off key areas. Yushui Country Master was also very patient. It wouldn't matter if it was over 100 eras, or even 1,000. Yushui Country Master had the patience to wait it out. Just keep enduring. If I can advance further and comprehend the ultimate realm, secret technique from the primordial bloodline, then I'll be able to take on all 6 of them by myself. Yushui Country Master looked forward to making further progress. But they all knew how difficult it was to make such progress, as not even eons of time had allowed them to advance further. How difficult it was to break through. Brother Yushui, Land Duo Monarch from Thunder Ancient Country has entered Tian. Run away. Suddenly, a message came through. Yushui Country Master received the message and his heart trembled. This is bad. In an instant, Yushui Country Master packed up the flying boat and without any hesitation, dove deeper into Tian. Rumble, 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 tilde, tilde. The deeper areas of Tian were fraught with peril, filled with lurking terror, but at this moment, Yushui Country Master fearlessly burrowed deeper. Suddenly, he spotted an underwater mountain range. Yushui Country Master immediately wanted to approach it, but as he got closer, invisible fluctuations began eroding his body, causing it to rapidly disintegrate. Go. Yushui Country Master tossed the God King grade secret treasure flying boat he held. This secret treasure, which contained all his gains from Tian over the long eons, resisted the mountain range's fluctuations and proved to be much tougher than Yushui Country Master's body, ultimately landing within the mountain range. Whoosh! Yushui Country Master immediately turned to flee in another direction. He fled frantically, but after merely flying for a dozen or so breaths, he sensed a terrifying power had already locked onto him from afar. Land Duo Monarch. Yushui Country Master looked up, this terrifying power locking onto him, and he also saw the source of that power. A towering figure clad in water blue robes. His entire body was covered with blue and white scales, 3 scaled tails, his appearance sacred, his gaze cold and indifferent as he looked directly at Yushui Country Master. Through causality, he easily locked onto Yushui Country Master. Even though they were separated by an immense distance, being within the same range of Tian allowed Land Duo Monarch to cast a glance, bringing an endless majesty down upon him. Whoosh! Yushui Country Master's body was tough and full of vitality, constantly absorbing the water of Tian to sustain himself, but under the overwhelming majesty, he was already half destroyed in less than a breath's time. And in less than a breath's time, Yushui Country Master's body was completely annihilated. All the treasures hidden away. Land Duo Monarch took a glance, then immediately continued hunting other targets. Tian seemed vast, but the actual safe areas were quite limited. Land Duo Monarch, very familiar with these areas, patrolled them one by one, wanting to scout almost all of the major safe zones within Tian. Monarch, greetings to Land Duo Monarch. Within Tian, the ancient godly kings, especially the independent ones, and the guest elders from Flamewind Ancient Country, were extremely respectful upon sensing this monarch's power. The royal family godly kings from both great ancient countries were not implicated, and the guest elder godly kings from Thunder Ancient Country were spared as well. As for the others, any other godly kings that this Land Duo Monarch found, he exterminated without exception. It's Land Duo Monarch from Thunder Ancient Country. Emperor Che Kun received the news, and he and his companions were so frightened that they frantically dove deeper into Tian. Emperor Che Kun was a guest elder of Flamewind Ancient Country. Land Duo Monarch would not spare him either. In just a short moment, Land Duo Monarch patrolled near where Emperor Che Kun was, and his intangible domain had already locked onto Emperor Che Kun. It's over. Knowing that the terrifying power had locked onto him, Emperor Che Kun realized it was over. He even knew that begging for mercy would be futile. Emperor Chirkun's body was also annihilated. Within Tian, the bodies of over 90% of the ancient godly kings, mainly the solitary ones and the guest elders from flame-wined ancient country, were destroyed under Lan Duo monarchs patrolling. Only a handful managed to escape, either due to their impressive escaping abilities or by leveraging the environment of Tian. In this patrol by Lan Duo monarch within Tian, both Yushui country master and Emperor Chirkun truly died. Of Emperor Chirkun's 5 companions, 4 also perished, with only one luckily evading death. Haiyang City. What? Luo Feng also received the news. No help for it, just bad luck to run into Lan Duo monarch from Thunder Ancient Country. Yushui country master transmitted. Luo Feng had never ventured to Tian. I've heard that the environment in Tian greatly assists those of the water origin bloodline, but repels other great Tao forces. The only ones from the 2 ancient countries with the water origin bloodline are Emperor Zhuan and Lan Duo monarch, I presume. Right, it's those 2. They have accumulated a profound foundation and rarely come to Tian now, Yushui country master side, but once they do visit, they will patrol the area. Aside from the imperial clan of the 2 ancient countries and guest elders of our own country, all others will be eliminated without exception. Luo Feng nodded. The environment in Tian is indeed not easy to hide in. Like the Dream Domain, which has a vast amount of space, and each space exists independently. One can only be discovered if in the same space. Naturally, the safety there is much higher. Like infinite space, where one must carve out their own great Tao, even when emperors enter, they also possess the same physical bodies, and their strength is significantly weakened. This makes it much safer for the scattered cultivators. There are many treasured places that offer some protection to the weak. It's just that the protection varies in strength, and the disadvantage of Tian is that the safe areas are easily discovered, while the danger zones deep within are difficult to enter. Fortune and disaster are interdependent. Yushui country master transmitted, Tian is a treasure land for us, and there aren't many crises normally. The dangers of Tian actually come from other cultivators. Encountering an emperor or monarch can only be chalked up to bad luck. Is there anything I can help you with? Luo Feng asked. No need. The emperor of Chirkun also lost his true body this time, Yushui country master replied with a chuckle through a voice transmission. He doesn't have the guts to come back and cause trouble either. I can sense that, of my 6 enemies, 5 have had their true bodies destroyed. Everyone had suffered massive losses, so Yushui country master felt more at ease. Luo Feng inwardly sighed. Just one monarch's patrol was sufficient to sweep through everything in their path, and the flame-wined ancient country had 13 emperors, while Thunder Ancient Country had 9 monarchs. On the side of the scattered cultivators, those in the ultimate realm included the Lord of 10,000 Realms and the Sector Beast, and only a few like the Wine City Empress and Mother River Master were able to match the level of emperors. Over half of these beings were on good terms with the 2 ancient countries. Although there were many scattered cultivators, their top-level fighting power was too inferior. And this was without counting the ancestors of the 2 countries above the godly kings and the ancestor of the East Extreme Domain, who rarely took action. No wonder the scattered cultivators each hide in the shadows, or even join forces established by the 3 alien races, Luo Feng mused in secret. With the guidance of those 3 alien races, the scattered cultivators were able to compete with the 2 ancient countries for resources. There was also a silver lining. Their biggest competitors were each other, the emperors and monarchs. This gave the scattered cultivators a chance to breathe. In the treasured land infinite space. Above a vast and misty lake stood a small island, where an avatar of Luo Feng was cultivating. Ever since Morosa reached the 2nd realm of Godly King, able to manifest the complete Great Tao of Destruction Origin, Luo Feng's cultivation in the Great Tao of Destruction Origin had also entered an eruption period. All his past accumulations were transforming. Push. A dark chaotic hole appeared in the center of Luo Feng's palm, filled with an unbelievable level of resilience and density of life. Inside the hole, forces swirled as countless condensed dark blade lights circulated and merged continuously. 5 lineages unite. Chaotic whole undying light. Luo Feng watched as a blade light, substantial in form, was born within the dark chaotic hole. The blade light's might was terrifying beyond belief. far more dreadful than the strongest move Luo Feng used against Morosa during their sparring, when he wielded the Blood Shadow Knife with 1/3 of a world life form's strength. The chaotic whole Undying Light has reached perfection. Luo Feng looked at the blade light forming within the hole in his palm, barely believing it. The first Godly King Second Realm secret technique I've conceived is actually from the Life and Death Dao branch. Yes, the chaotic whole Undying Light was a concept Luo Feng had fashioned long ago, originating from the Path of Destruction's heaven-splitting lineage, Dark Heaven lineage, Mixed Heaven lineage, then integrating Origin of Life and Life spirituality from the Great Tao of Life and Death, 5 major branches in total. With Luo Feng's realm's growing achievements, the integration and perfection of these 5 branches had been ongoing. Just moments ago, Luo Feng had unknowingly fused these 5 branches into this move Chaotic Whole Undying Light completely. The 24 forms and unity secret method he was pondering were theoretically the limit for Godly King First Realm to create. But now, the Chaotic Whole Undying Light was a fusion of 5 branches from two Great Taos: Life, Destruction, Life and Death. 3 Great Taos, yet it's the Life and Death Tao that I first created a Godly King Second Realm technique for, Luo Feng pondered with a hint of melancholy. Of course, creating a secret technique does not mean one has reached the second realm of Godly King. One must master the essence of Tao thoroughly to truly break through. Just as Emperor Guisu and Wuxin God King had occasionally created ultimate realm secret techniques by chance, but fully mastering the complete Great Tao was still far off. Nevertheless, as a move fully merging the 5 branches, it was already quite remarkable among the Godly King Second Realm. After all, the Great Tao of Life Origin and the Great Tao of Destruction Origin were comprised of 6 branches each. Even the techniques currently controlled by Morosa were not as profound as Luo Feng's Chaotic Whole Undying Light. Life and Death ... Luo Feng sat cross-legged on the grass, murmuring to himself as spirit light flickered in his mind. For the first time, with the conception of the Godly King Second Realm's Life and Death secret technique, Luo Feng's understanding of the Great Tao of Life and Death underwent a transformation. In this moment, various Life and Death Tao branches gradually started to take shape in the depths of Luo Feng's heart.